little bit as well. What a great turnout.
Oh, it is. It always is. This is so much fun because we've been doing this. I've been in MEC for 19 years now, and I think we moved to the convention center. I think we may have been one of the first major events at the convention center when it opened, probably 15, 16 years ago. And it's fun to see everybody out and to see people from all across the state come down for the event. And we always try to have some good information, good informative sessions, and a little bit of fun at lunch. So I think we're going to do that.
So in terms of the agenda today, I think there are a lot of people that don't necessarily know that the Star Student, Star Teacher program falls under the MEC umbrella. Leadership Mississippi we talked about with Gene earlier this morning. And then a little bit later in the morning, you're really going to get into the meat of the program.
We really are. So speaking of Star, we had our education celebration. Thursday was a week ago.
Okay.
We had over 1,000 students, teachers, parents at the event out at Hines over in Rankin County. We honored 302 Star students from across the state.
And criteria for a Star student?
Criteria is you have to make at least a 25 on your ACT, and you have to have a 93.5 or somewhere in that neighborhood GPA.
Okay.
Vicki Powell on our team runs that program and does a tremendous job. And we were talking about it yesterday at our board meeting. She literally takes the calculator and checks every number on a student's application because she wants to make sure that it's right and it's qualified. The integrity of that program is incredible.
And the truth of the matter is those are minimum standards because you get a bunch of 35 with 4.25
we get a lot
GPAs.
We get a lot of 35s, 36s. If a student makes a 35 or above and they have the GPA, they automatically qualify. So some schools have multiple students. I think Mississippi Math and Science had 9 students honored as Star students this year because they either had a 35 or a 36.
And if I remember correctly, if you are awarded Star Student, then you have the ability to choose a teacher who is honored as the Star Teacher.
That is correct.
Right?
That is correct. So they bring their teacher with them. It's always a great opportunity to recognize someone who's helped them along the way. And you're talking about the ACT scores. I want to say this year, well over 200 of those students were at 30 or above.
Wow.
So the numbers have increased greatly. The achievement, the academic achievement of these students continue to rise. And it's just a great example of what we're doing to make our state better.
There's real scholarship money that is available when you hit that 30 mark on the ACT.
There really is. And I think some of our universities and colleges across the state add extra dollars if you have that Star Student designation as well. So that's been great.
You know, we've talked a lot about growing the workforce, building the workforce. I notice on here that talent retention is one of the topics. Keeping the workforce once they're here and rolling.
That's key. We started looking at this, and I've said this a lot. The term brain drain, I just don't care for it for one reason, because usually what the sentence that comes right after is you're losing your best and your brightest. In 2022, we did 12 focus groups with young professionals all across the state. And let me tell you what we learned. There are a lot of bright people that have chosen to stay in Mississippi. There are a lot of bright people that have chosen to come to Mississippi. We just need more of them. We need more people to stay. We need more to attract more of them. So our companies are constantly looking for ways to, hey, how do we get people, maybe it's repatriate them, get them back home. How do we attract people from other places? How do we sell our state? So they're very cognizant of talent attraction has to be something that's high up on the list.
Well, last thing here, there's so much conversation about manufacturing because these projects are big, right? They're big. Sometimes there's a B that's associated with a project that's going to employ a lot of people. What about what would traditionally be termed white-collar jobs? Is there a focus on continuing to attract that to our cities across the state as well?
Well, and I think that's one of the there's a session on talent retention. There's also a session this morning on what industry needs are, and we have included that white collar. That we have someone who's an accountant talk about how they attract, employees to their firm.
Yeah,
and that's the way it is. It doesn't matter what business it is, but all sectors of the economy are needing talent, and we're doing everything we can to help them get it.
Scott, we appreciate the partnership. Always good to be with you. This has been a fun event, and wish you success throughout the day.
Thank you.
Scott Waller, President and CEO of MEC, MEC's annual meeting. It's been fun to be with you. Lance, thanks for all your work this morning. Good being with you.
Always a pleasure, sir.
We wish you and your family a happy Easter weekend. Hope you get to enjoy Good Friday and then get a chance to reflect and worship on Sunday morning as well. Thanks for joining us. This is Mornings with Richard Cross on SuperTalk Mississippi. We're back with you on Monday.